to file with the Social Security Administration to start receiving the retirement benefits. You get the option to receive up to 6 months worth of benefit payments in a single lump sum. These retroactive benefit payments are not available to everybody who claims benefits and are seeking a lump sum payout. Social Security's old retirement benefits can be claimed by most people starting at age 62. By waiting a few years until full retirement age, you can become eligible to receive a larger monthly benefit. If you wait until age 70, you get the maximum monthly benefit. From 62 to 70, the benefit increases by 8%. After you've received the full retirement age, you can be claiming up to 6 months of benefits to be paid in a single lump sum. And if you reach full retirement age in July and wait until the following January to start claiming benefits, you can request a check for the benefits that you have received and have claimed as soon as possible by the time it's July. Because a lump sum could be sizable in 2023, the average Social Security monthly benefit is $1,800. Someone who chose to receive the maximum 6 months of retroactive benefits could theoretically expect a check of $10,000.
Last year they made $200 billion in the midst of a global energy crisis. I think it's outrageous. Why? They invested too little of that profit to increase domestic production. And when I talk to a couple of them, they say, we're afraid you're going to shut down all the oil wells and all the
price of essentials going up. So, the Back to Work program in Connecticut just gave a $1,000 check to the first 10,000 unemployed individuals. About $10 million was allocated for the program. In Florida, some teachers and employers will receive a $1,000 payment. Teachers and first responders were eligible. The one-time payment for workers in Florida was a thank you bonus to those who were working during the crisis. Last year, Georgia paid full-time and administrators $1,000. Part-time teachers received $500. Approximately 230,000 K-12 teachers and staff were eligible for the payment. The city of Chicago will also be giving $500 to 5,000 low-income families as part of its guaranteed basic income pilot program. The payments are expected to begin this year. Maryland also gave eligible residents payments for $500. According to the Comptroller's Office, a total of 422,000 Maryland residents were eligible to receive these payments. Tell me, everybody, in the comments down below, is your state doing the same thing? Has your state given you a state stimulus check or even a local stimulus check? Tell me in the comments below. So we have some really great news, and it's that Joe Manchin is ready to negotiate again on Joe Biden's Build Back Better bill. The IRS has announced that many Americans are eligible to receive a check worth up to $5,000. Now, the relief payment is coming out very soon, so you want to keep an eye out on this. Everyone, there's a ton of information, a lot of developments that are according to a report released by Social Security and Medicare trustees. Folks, the massive climate change and healthcare bill was finally passed by Democrats this past weekend. IRS is set to receive nearly $80 billion through this act, and the agency has the means to develop the new systems to help Americans pay their taxes. However, several hurdles stand in the way. There's also pushback from commercial tax preparation companies, which question whether Americans want the IRS to prepare their taxes. This is another bill that includes a provision that allocates $15 million to the IRS to make plans for a free, direct e-file tax return system. Those plans would have also to be developed within 9 months and will be included in the cost estimates for creating and administering the system. They would also require public input, and so far, Senate Democrat Elizabeth Warren resubmitted a bill called the Tax Filing Simplification Act. It would require the IRS to create its own free online tax filing service and move away its partnership with private tax preparation companies. Warren told reporters Americans spend too much money to file the taxes. Spend too much time and money to file their taxes. The IRS should adopt these proposals to help millions of people file taxes and claim refunds.
Supports extension. We would love to see Congress enact that. It's made a huge difference to inequality. It was a very important initiative. I feel very proud. I appreciate your comments. I feel very proud of the work that Treasury and particularly the IRS was able to do to get this money out and to do everything we possibly could to ensure that non-filers, all the many households who weren't required to file tax returns, to make sure that they receive the credit as well. I would love to see, and we've been talking about investments in the IRS One thing that investments in the IRS would do is make sure the IRS has the modern tools it needs when we have tax credits like that to make sure they go to the families that deserve it, whether they file tax.
So will you be receiving a stimulus check this month? I know that's the question that many of you want to be answered. Listen to this. You are eligible to receive more stimulus checks from a new federal program. This is really great because it's going to help so many people that are financially struggling due to the crisis. So remember folks, on this channel, I always do my very best in providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check and Social Security news. So it really means a lot to me if you could subscribe to the channel.
An executive order to ensure
Programs in multiple states. The department later tweeted out that all the systems were restored, resolving the processing issues. The Massachusetts Department of Transitional Assistance also said in a Twitter post that electronic benefit transfer card processing in the state was affected, but later said that the issue was resolved. Several U.S. states have officially announced that they will offer additional SNAP benefits to eligible families. Households who meet the requirements for the extra food stamps will get these emergency allotments next month in the state's bid to provide families in need with financial aid. This assistance is intended to help households struggling to make ends meet as a result of joblessness or decreased hours of work following the crisis. Early this month, Governor Abbott announced that the state will provide more than $300 million in food benefits for 1.5 million Texas households. Now, Governor Abbott told reporters it is imperative that every family across our state has access to nutritious food. Through the extension of emergency SNAP benefits and the work of Texas Health and Human Services Commission, we are ensuring Texans have the resources they need to stay healthy. But Texas is not one of the states who have officially announced they will provide extra food stamps in September. There are various other states which have yet to make an official announcement, but they are expected to offer SNAP emergency allotments to their citizens who have struggled due to the rising prices and gas prices as well. Each state has announced their own guidelines, but if you have already received food stamps in the past, you may be able to automatically qualify for the extra financial aid. The food stamps can be used to purchase any food, including fruits, vegetables, meat, poultry, fish, and dairy products. States are now writing checks to help residents with everything from the crisis to inflation. If you had a tax liability last year, you'll be eligible for a tax rebate in Virginia this year. Those who filed individually can get rebates of up to $250, while those who filed jointly are eligible for rebates of up to $500. The states began issuing the
From Kentucky reserves, gentleman from Missouri is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to point out, by doubling the size of the IRS, working people of America, 85,000 more families in the state of Texas will face additional audits. These families who make less than $200,000 because of doubling of the IRS. I would like to yield 1 minute to the gentleman from Texas.
Gentleman from Texas.
currently includes thousands of dollars in tax breaks and rebates for homeowners to upgrade their homes to be more energy efficient.